Fusion, they define themselves as a public blockchain, devoting themselves to creating an inclusive crypto financial platform by providing cross-chain, cross-organization, and cross-data source smart contracts. And then Wanchain, they describe themselves as creating a new distributed financial infrastructure. Cross-chain smart contracts built on Wanchain will power the new digital economy. So this is the way I interpret this, right? I think these guys want to be a decentralized version of what we might refer today as the central bank, right? Of course, they're decentralized. They plan to be decentralized. But the reason I say that is they want to be the interconnector for banks. So the idea behind cryptocurrencies is that we are our own banks. We own cryptocurrencies. And they want to be able to connect these cryptocurrencies and platforms, right? They want to be, imagine a pyramid scheme, right? Not a pyramid scheme, a pyramid arrangement where one blockchain communicates with different platforms, and different platforms communicate with dApps, right? As the way I see this, and if every app had value, and every data is value, so, and cryptocurrencies are value, so they want to be the interconnector for value, similar to what the central bank is today. It's a connector for value, pretty much, right? But they want to do it in the new digital decentralized environment. This is the way I see it. I might be wrong, but that's my interpretation of it. So these guys are competitors. Yeah, they have different definitions for themselves, but they want to be that umbrella, that larger umbrella that connects blockchains, right? So that's it. And then if this is your first time listening to my podcast or watching my videos, I have a filter table. I use this table to filter out investments that I consider too risky and keep investments that I would consider researching into. So if it does not go through the filter table, I don't even research it. I don't even invest in it. So if it's a super blockchain, which Wanchain and Fusion both are, it has to be $350 million or less before I would invest in it. But that's just me. Yeah, but I think when it gets above this, it can potentially keep going up, but the risk of going down is substantially higher. So I tend to avoid that. Both of these went through my filter table at the time in which I wrote this research paper. Wanchain just got released. Today, by the way, is the 26th of March. Wanchain just got released, and it's on CoinMarketCap, but it's not currently showing a total market cap. But based on my calculations, I think it's around 400 million right now. It's gone up about a times 11, times 12. So right now, we actually wouldn't go through my filter table. At this very moment, it wouldn't go through my filter table. But I wrote this I think a week back or a few weeks back. So at the time, we went through the filter table. So both of them are good. Now, let's talk about the team, the Fusion team and the Wanchain team. Now, the Fusion team have 54 people. They're from China. I'll say right off the bat, I am still very, very extremely impressed with the Fusion team. It's absolutely stacked. Don't take my word for it. Go to the Fusion website and just take 15 minutes and go through the team in detail. Go to their LinkedIn, go through other websites, look at what they've done, right? Amazing, beautiful team, right? I'll read out a few examples. The CEO, his name is for sure DJ. I don't know how to pronounce his full name. It's Chinese. But he incubated Qtum and VeChain. Qtum and VeChain right now on CoinMarketCap are multi-billion-dollar companies, and Qtum has been consistently in the top 20 for a long time. A multi-billion-dollar company. VeChain came up earlier this year. Since January, it's been climbing up steadily. And the most impressive thing about VeChain, I think why most people invest in VeChain, is it's because of their partnerships. They've had amazing partnerships this year. Huge companies partnering with VeChain. He's also the founder of Bitsy, which incubated Qtum and VeChain. There's another guy called Michael Hosanna, who was the MD of Barclays Investment Bank. Barclays is huge. And also was involved in equity derivatives trading at Lehman Brothers. There's another guy called Sean Walsh, who was the VP of online marketing for the Bank of America countrywide. And another guy, Eyal Miller. He worked at Google in business development. I think he was the head of it. Guys, I don't want to go through this so much. I mean, they have key players on key players on key players. So I'm not going to read out all of this. If you guys want a fuller report, right, just go to my website and download. You can download the PDF on the website. And then the Wanchain team, they have 54 people, and they're from Singapore. Now, I saw a few red flags when it came to the Wanchain team. At least the teams that are listed online, right? Because that's how I base my research off of. I've never met the team. I have never met the founder, so I do not know exactly, but based on what I can see online, right? The most impressive person on the team is Jack Liu. Yeah. He co-founded Factom. If you guys don't know Factom is it's had amazing growth over the past 4 or 5 years. It's a pretty old coin. Like if you go on CoinMarketCap, it's in top 100. I think its current value should be around maybe 300 million, somewhere around there. Yeah. But I mean, it's a really good coin, right? But not compared to, in terms of value, in terms of market cap, not compared to Qtum or VeChain, right? Qtum and VeChain, a multi-billion-dollar project. Factom is a multi-hundred-million-dollar project. But its growth from its inception, right, from its ICO to where it is now, has been amazing. I mean, the die-hard fans who believe in Factom and they think Factom is it's the realest coin out there, right? I haven't done a lot of research into Factom, but I have looked at it from an investment perspective, and it's had pretty good growth. And then the other founders, Dustin Byington, graduated from Columbia, MBA from Michigan, veteran entrepreneur in the blockchain space, founded Bitcoin College in 2014. And he also co-founded Tendermint. I looked into Tendermint. Yeah, I looked into the company. It doesn't seem to be doing much. It seems like a good company, but not a lot of buzz. Seems to be a little bit in the background, seems. And I also listened to a few interviews from Dustin when he was back with Tendermint. I might be wrong, but based on what I see, he doesn't seem very technical savvy, right? He seems like a really smart and ambitious guy. And yeah, I don't know what to make of that. And then yeah, and then there's another guy, Ying Zhang, senior engineer from Hawaii. He was a senior developer at Ethereum, but I cannot find his LinkedIn profile. I mean, I'm reading this off of the Wanchain website. Where's his profile online? I mean, he might not want to put his profile for security reasons, which is understandable, right? And then there's Michael Shen. He was a lead engineer at GM and HP. Can't find his profile online. And then there's a guy called Michael Y. I don't know what the Y stands for. He was a core developer at Mastercon, Omni, and Factum. This is likely. I couldn't find his profile either, but this is likely because of Jack Lew. I would imagine if Jack Lew is gonna be involved in this, he's gonna bring some parts of his team, his Factum team, into the Wanchain project. So I imagine. Actually, I believe both this Ying Zhang and James Shen are actually part of the team. I just think it would have helped validate it more if we could actually see these things and have them list Wanchain on their LinkedIn, right? And then there's Jeffrey Gu. He served as a senior engineer at Cisco and Dell. I found him on LinkedIn, but he did not include Wanchain on his LinkedIn. So, and then I went through the entire Wanchain team, and I couldn't find a lot of people with a solid technical background. I saw a lot of young entrepreneurs, probably smart guys who understand finance and understand business, but they're trying to create a super blockchain. They're trying to create a version of the central bank today. You need a very, very strong technical team as well as a business side. And I just see a slight imbalance there towards the businessman. So what else? Okay, I was a bit harsh here in my review where I say they're being opportunists, the Wanchain team. I don't know if they are being opportunists, but I do know this. If you put a lot of people whose goal is to make a lot of money, right? Even if they're very interested in the team, they're interested in the project, they see it as the future, they're dedicated to it. It's a lot. When you put a lot of businessmen together, it's likely that the mindset will be fixed on profit, right? Is that going to impact the Wanchain team? I don't know, but I think it should be more balanced. Like I wish I could see more people on the technical team, people who are more technical or have something to lose, right? If you had a background, for example, let's take a look at this Michael Hosanna guy on the Fusion team. Here's the thing. Everybody on the Fusion team, they have their profiles on LinkedIn updated. I mean, if you're an MD at Barclays Investment Bank, you have a reputation to protect. Right? So these guys are not just jumping into anything. They're more likely to be well planned out, right? And then the technical team on the Fusion team, which I did not list out here, it's stacked. Do yourself a favor. If you're interested in Fusion, go on their website. Take a look for yourself at the team. The team is extremely impressive. The Wanchain team, on the other hand, based on what I can find online, which is limited. I haven't actually seen the team. I haven't met the team, so I don't know. But based on the information that's available online, team doesn't look as strong as people might believe them to be. So I gave them a 6.5. And that takes into consideration Jack Lew as well. I mean, I'm sure he's a serious guy, but it's not a one-man job, right? So let's go to a different category, market awareness. The Fusion team has very, very low market awareness. I went on their website and I tried to look for anything in their schedule that had to do with marketing or creating awareness in the space, and they plan to focus on that second quarter, third quarter, right? They haven't done any marketing so far. I haven't seen any marketing from the Fusion team. The only real direct information I've been able to get is from the CEO. He has a YouTube channel. I'll leave the link below. You can check it out if you're interested. But he goes on. The CEO talks about the project. You can see he's excited about the project. You can see he knows where he wants this to go. I was impressed by this. Yeah, he had an AMA, a very open AMA. I haven't seen that from the Wanchain team. But in terms of market awareness, the Fusion team has done it, I think, well, so far, right? I know it's not at that time for them to start marketing, but so far it's been poor. So I gave them 4 out of 10 at this very moment. And for the Wanchain team, I gave them a 10 out of 10. These guys have amazing marketing. They've been going on tour. Everybody knows about Wanchain. The hype is unreal. There's so much buzz about Wanchain. I think when it first came out, the trading volume was ridiculous. I think like over 100, maybe close to $200 million trading volume. It's reduced a whole lot now, which is surprising. I took a look at it today. I think it was about 25 million. In a few days, it's gone to a tenth of its trading volume. That's a huge drop. Why? But anyways, Fusion team a 4 out of 10, Wanchain a 10 out of 10. And then the next category is token economics. Now, at the time when I wrote this research paper, Fusion had a market cap of 56 million, and they have a very, very low token supply, 81 million. Wow, that's a rocket ship. It's still an ERC20 token though. And then Wanchain had an ICO cap of 36 million. As at the time I wrote this paper, Wanchain had not come out. Right now I think its total market cap is still not showing, but I think it's somewhere around $400 million, somewhere around there, times 11, times 12. They're no longer an ERC20 token. They've converted to their native token, so that's very good. So for token economics, I give Fusion a 10 out of 10. Low supply, low market cap, largest idea. It's a 10 out of 10. For Wanchain, I gave them a 9, but I'm going to give them a 7 now, because at the time when I wrote this, I was going based on the 36 million, the ICO price, but now they're worth a lot more. I think the 400 or 500 range. So I'll give them a 7 out of 10 for token economics for Wanchain. Fusion a 10 out of 10. So, all right. Next is the roadmap. So the Fusion roadmap. What have they done so far? Their progress. Yeah, the ICO was very interesting. It was pretty much a proof of concept. Yeah, they built a smart contract for the ICO, and they had pretty much displayed this proof of contract for everyone to test. Everyone who participated in the ICO got to be involved in the smart contract. Yeah, so the way it worked was they said they wanted a total market cap. They wanted to raise $45 million, right, over a span of a few number of days. But then during the ICO, they accepted any amount that came. So I think they ended up raising about $50 million. But then the smart contract was programmed in such a way that when the ICO was over, it redistributed all the tokens back to every contributor of the tokens here. It was also the fastest token in 2018 to be listed on Bbox. And then yeah, that's it. Fusion, to be honest, Fusion is still a white paper project. You know, it's still a white paper project. Impressive team, great token economics, but they don't have a product yet. Good proof of concept for everyone to see. Shows that they're serious, shows that their mind is in the right place, but it's a proof of concept still. So in terms of the roadmap and progress of the Wanchain team, they've created an alliance with Icon and Aeon. Huge blockchains as well. Icon is huge in Korea. So that's a big partnership right there. They've converted to their own native token, so it's no longer an ERC20 token. They've released their mainnet. Very, very impressive, but remember that Wanchain is a fork off of Ethereum, so they do have a head start. They've been doing a lot of marketing, a lot of tours. I think they're going to be in Dubai in April. and they have a big announcement. I think April 14th. I'll have to check that, but early April. So what's my so for the Wanchain team, I give them a 7 out of 10 for their progress so far. It's been good. It's been good compared to Fusion, which I gave a 6. Maybe I should even give them less, but yeah, maybe I should give them a 5 there. I haven't done much. Right? It's still a white paper project. It's a white paper project. So, so for my final decision, I am equally invested in both of these, by the way. So right now, Wanchain has come out. It's about an 11 or 12x. I think Wanchain eventually is going to cross that $1 billion market, right? That market cap of $1 billion. Absolutely. It's just a matter of when. Since I'm certain on that, which is about a 22x, thereabout. At that point, once it crosses $1 billion market cap, I would start to reduce my investment. I'll start to take profits off of it. Right? I'll start to take profits slowly. The more it goes up, the more I take profits. You have to take profits going up. I know it's tempting to want to take the entire promised from other people, the 100x or the 1000x. It's good to have that potential, but to actually want to take that 1000x completely without selling, I don't know if it's a well-balanced approach. Personally, I would be taking investments as it goes up. I would always leave some Wanchain, a significant amount in Wanchain, but I would take profits as it goes up. And I would wait till Q2 to see what Fusion does on their promise. They will release their mainnet in Q2. If they do release the mainnet, or they come out with good progress, like good communication, showing what they're doing, displaying what they're doing, that we know the team is actually working and producing results, then I would start to make further investments into Fusion. I believe more in the Fusion team. Technically, I think the team is stronger. In terms of connections, I think it's stronger, and it's proven. That's with VChain and Qtum. They're capable. I believe they can do this. Will they do it? Is the question I don't know. So based on the progress, I would invest in Fusion based on their progress. The more progress they make, the more investments I make. But if they progress well, which I think they will, I intend to make a significant amount of my transfer a significant amount from my portfolio into Fusion. So that's what I think, guys. Let me know what you think. If you think Wanchain is a better investment, let me know why you think it is long term. If you think Fusion is not as great as I think it is, let me know.